Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we come to talk about the Arabic calligraphy, the cornerstone of the Islamic art. Now we are talking about the calligraphy styles and calligraphy fonts, as we listen from some people. What's the difference between the font and style? We just talk about this style as a style of calligrapher. But the font is a style of the computer fonts. Now we would like to talk about this style as a style of calligraphy. Styles of the calligraphy, the main one is solus, and the close relations to the solus is naskh. And we are going also, by the way, to mention every style and what's the using of each one as a separate or individually. There is riq'a, and there is diwani, and there is jali diwani, and there is kufi, and so many styles of kufi also. We have to mention them one by one, inshallah. And there is also muhaqqaq, there is rihani, and there is farisi, ta'liq, tura. So many styles, but we would like now to mention the main styles of the calligrapher. There is solus, naskh, riq'a, diwani, jali diwani, kufi, farisi. So we would like to ask our participants if they have any questions of because Mr. Hussein was asking me something.
Well, I notice when we go to do our prayer in the mosque, I see the only or the main art, the main form of art is Arabic calligraphy. We see in the walls, in the dome, in the mihrab. So why is Arabic calligraphy is the main form of art in a mosque?
Actually, you know, the Islamic architect is something very important for the Muslim people, yes, because it depends on no pictures, no birds, no animals, no figures at all in the mosque. So instead of this one, we have to show some, even the Islamic decorations or the Arabic calligraphy. So the most of our mosques are full of Quran verses and the praise and the even they don't mention Hadith Sharif in the mosque, but they write the Quran verses in all, because we don't we never see in Islamic art they attend the figures of animals or bears or something like this.
Which is the most difficult style?
The most difficult style is the solus. Solus is the master of Arabic calligraphy, but there is also so many important styles. So many important styles, like riq'a also, it's important. Naskh is important. Jali diwani or kufi. So all of them, you can say all of them are the same stage, but the most important and most difficult, you can say, is the solus. And solus is the master of Arabic calligraphy styles.
What is the common style?
The common is riq'a usually, because daily we have to mention or to have to write our daily correspondence, or the students in the schools or in the universities, they are using the riq'a styles because they are not able to use the naskh or diwani or farisi or any other styles, and they're studying even the daily working or daily writing, we have to use the Dariqa styles. Yeah. So are there any questions?
Well, you was talking about this pen that
Yeah.
you use, for example, to write style of naskh,
Naskh, yeah.
to write Quran.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yes.
So my question is, when the calligrapher start to write Quran, so is there any kind of preparation for the calligrapher to be ready to write Quran? Does he need anything? Or
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a very important question from Mr. Hussein, that are there any preparation, special preparation for the calligrapher before starting his writing? Maybe he's writing the Holy Quran. For myself, or for our masters, all together, we should prepare ourselves by praying. We should pray before writing, yeah. We should follow the direction of Al-Kaaba, Al-Sharifa, before writing. We should keep our body clean and tahir. We should keep our clothes clean. We should keep our hands,
fingers,
everything should be clean, because you are writing the Holy Quran.
Something very.
You are writing Quran verses. You should be clean. You should.
It's a blessing job.
Yes, sure. You should prepare yourself, as psychologically even. You should prepare your mind. It will give you a nice, impression for writing or for finishing your work.
So you feel that your heart is pure.
You give the purity to yourself. Now we want to show on the blackboard some fonts on the Arabic calligraphy styles.
Please, brothers and sisters, in particular brothers, husbands, divorce is the last resort.
Even when I was given the topic, the art of divorce, I was thinking, why are we talking about a divorce?
As they say in management, do you take serious decisions when you are angry? No one is taking a very serious decision in his life, maybe in his business, while you are angry.
A divorce happening every 6 minutes.
We are not talking about enjoying the divorce, but we are talking about certain steps to be followed in order to avoid divorce, or minimize the possibility of divorce, or minimize the consequences of divorce. Any divorce taking place have many ill effects. So we would like to minimize those ill effects.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome after the break. We talk about the Arabic calligraphy styles. Now we are going to start the writing with the chalk on the blackboard. We'll start with Solus. Solus is the master of Arabic calligraphy. Very difficult, needs more concentration for writing. This Thuluth style. as an idea about the measurements, by the way, of this font or this style, it measures generally like this: 1 dot, 2 dots, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The height of alif, 7 dots of the same thickness of my pen, which I'm going to use. This part, especially here, is equal to 1.5 dot. So this 1.5 dot, and from here to here is 7 dots. The other style is نسخ. You see the difference? It's a little bit short. The height is short. The width of the writing is also short because the measurements here is more than here.
So how many dots are here, Doctor?
Here in Al-Naskh is actually about 5 dots.
5.
5 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From here to here. The height of alif in Al-Naskh and the height of thuluth is 7 dots. From here to here, they call zulf 1.5 dot. So the first master of the Arabic calligraphy style is al-thuluth, al-naskh, riq'a, this riq'a, and also the measurements of riq'a is 3 dots as a height. So we can see the difference between alif thuluth, alif naskh, alif riq'a. Here is 7 dots, here is 5 dots, here is 3 dots only. So we can see this also is a block, thick, bold.
Okay.
Yeah.
The space between the letters.
Do you mean space between here
Yeah.
or the space
For
here?
example, al-riqa, the first letter is alif.
Yes.
Second letter is lam.
Lam.
So the space between alif and lam.
Yeah. There is no, just we adjust it according to my space and writing.
Yeah.
If I have this font, actually, when we use the riqa, it needs a short space. It doesn't need big space like thuluth. It needs short space, and you can write more than 1 or 2 or 3 words in 1 word of al-thuluth or 2 words of al-naskh.
Yeah, it's very
So here
small,
I can write 5 words or 1 complete sentence without any problem.
I notice the biggest one is thuluth.
Thuluth is
Yeah.
the biggest one.
Yes.
We'll go here for Diwani. So this is Al-Diwani style.
Yeah, I notice it's curving.
It's a curve.
Curved, yes.
It's a curve. Yeah.
This is the first thing I noticed.
Yeah, this is the curve
Yes.
letters, and we can see also the as a dancing letters.
Yes.
It's a fantastic style, actually. We use it for, we are going to talk for each one
Yeah.
where we are going to use this one, but it's a curved letters. We can move, we can feel free to
Yeah.
make it like this, for
There
example.
is no measurement.
Yeah, no measurements for this one,
Yes.
so we can write it like this. So we can play, we can move the letters with a more free than the other styles. So now we have again ثلث, نسخ, رقعة, ديواني. We have فارسي or تعليق. or التعليق. Also we can see the difference between the measurements here. You see the alif or of al-taliq is 3 dots only. And we have to use the third of the pen thickness and 2/3 in one word. So like alif, we can use 2/3 of my style, of my thickness.
Yes.
Here, 2/3 also. Again, I go for fa or the middle letter. So I have to use the third thickness of my pen. Sin, here sin join with ya. Also I have to use 1/3 of 2/3 here and full thickness for ya. It needs more practice for al-taliq because you have to use more of your hands and playing with the pen. It needs actually more practice to follow up this one. We go for something related to al-diwani called Jali al-diwani. Jali al-diwani is a very nice style also. We use a common between some letters between Farsi and some common with the Jali Diwani, like with the Diwani, like this one. With the edge of my pen, Jali.
There is no dot.
Jali Diwani. Sorry?
I notice in the word of al-taliq, there is no dots for t, al-taliq.
Al-taliq, sorry.
Okay.
I'm only showing the way of writing. I'm not writing in the dictation, but anyway, sorry for the two dots here. Jali Diwani is it's close to Al Diwani,
Right.
and even most of the letters taken from Al Diwani style, except some in Alif or Lam. We have to make this thin hand, and also here. But here we have to do this decorative hand like this, and here also like this. So now we have Thulus, Naskh, Riq'a, Diwani, Jalid Diwani, Farisi, and we have also Kufi style.
Yes.
Kufi style we have to use on a graph paper. I mean some graph paper like this. So all of us, ladies and gentlemen, all of us, we can use the Kufi style as a very, very simple style, and we can start already with this one using the graph paper and simple pen or pencil like this one. Alif, we have to follow the line straight and some simple curve like this, and go again for Alif. Lam, I go straight. It should be like this way. It's a very simple, it's squared. We can use it for a lot of styles, but in Kufi also we have to go there to show how many styles of Kufi, how many shapes we can use as a decorative one, as a squared one, as a used with the freehand style, with the using the bamboo style. We finished now almost the styles, but let's go where we can use the Sulus style. The Sulus style we use for the Quran verses. We're using almost in the mosque. Naskh we using as a copy. Naskh means copy from the Quran. And Farisi, most of Iranian or Indian, Pakistani area, they are using this style for their writing, for their correspondence. Riq'a we use for our daily correspondence. Diwani we use for writing wedding invitations, wedding cards. Names we use also for the certificates. Jalid Diwani also we can use for the points, for the sometimes we use for the Quran verses. Kufi we almost use for writing the Quran verses also, but not common use as the Sulus or Diwani or Riq'a. This our styles. We will show you again more styles with the more practice for the Quran verses and Hadith Sharif or wisdom. Thank you very much.